Good morning, dear students. Today we shall be discussing about our chapter 5, that is minerals and energy resources, and we already have started with the ferrous minerals. And in our previous period we discussed about one of the ferrous mineral, which is very important for economic development or industrial development, which is considered as the main or major or most important mineral, as well as it is considered as the backbone for industrial development, that is iron ore. So in our previous period we discussed about iron ore, which type of iron ore are being found in the country. So in our country we have magnetite and hematite, two types of iron ore found in the country. Magnetite is the finest one, which is followed by the hematite. So both the types of iron ore are being found in the country. And iron ore, like iron is required for industrial development, because it is the basic mineral, as well as it is the basic industries. The iron and steel industries are the basic industries which provide raw material even to the other industries. And in our day-to-day life also, starting from a very small pin to high buildings, which are all dependent on iron ore. So iron ore in the country are found in some belts, which include the Orissa. Then it is found in Karnataka also. It is found in the Mumbai Goa belt also. Okay, so these are some belts where iron ore are being found in the country. And today we are going to start, or we are going to continue with the ferrous minerals only. And sorry, we are going to, and we also have discussed about manganese also in our previous period. Manganese, which is also a ferrous mineral. So manganese are mainly used for manufacturing of steel and ferromanganese, and nearly 10 kgs of manganese are required for manufacturing bleaching powder. So we have learned about the two ferrous minerals which are given in your textbook, that is iron ore and manganese. And today we are going to begin with the non-ferrous minerals. So out of non-ferrous minerals, first of all we are going to discuss about the first one, that is copper. So copper, it is malleable, means it can be given any shape without breaking it. Okay, so it can be given, it is malleable, it is ductile, it can be even made in thin wire like structure also. That you already know the meaning of malleable and ductile, because you got in science as well. Because I have been teaching in class 10, and always the students say, yes ma'am, we know about malleable and ductility of some minerals. So anyway, copper is also ductile and malleable in nature, and it is a good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay, electricity, heat and electricity can be passed through these wires, and it is very much important for that. And it is mainly used in electrical cables and electronic and chemical industries. So copper is being used in electrical cables and electronic and in chemical industries. So characteristics of copper we got is that it is malleable and ductile, and also a good conductor of heat and electricity, copper. And mainly it is used in electrical cables, electronic and chemical industries. Then you can see the picture of a raw copper. So this is a raw copper, it is in the raw form. After refinement it's a different thing, but this is the raw copper which is being found in the ore form. Then we have the another characteristics of copper, that where it is found. So copper mines are found in Madhya Pradesh, that is in Madhya Pradesh Balaghat mine, which is known as. So in Madhya Pradesh it is found in Balaghat mine, then in Khetri mine of Rajasthan, then in the Singhbhum district of Jharkhand, which are the leading producers of copper. So this is all about copper, which we got, that it is malleable, ductile and good conductor of heat and electricity. Then it is also used in the electrical cables and electronic and chemical industries. Then the copper mines are found in Balaghat of Madhya Pradesh, then Khetri of Rajasthan, and Singham district of Jharkhand. These are the leading producers of the copper. So after copper, we have the another non-ferrous mineral, which includes the bauxite. So bauxite deposits are formed by decomposition of wide variety of rocks. So it is due to decomposition, is this due to chemical changes in the rocks, decomposition of the rock, which is wide variety of rocks and rich in aluminum silicate. So it is it is found or it is formed. Bauxite deposits are formed by the decomposition of the rock due to changes in its form, due to changes in its chemical properties. It may form in wide variety of rocks. The first variety may be different, but due to change in form, due to change in its chemical composition, maybe due to weather and climatic condition and pressure, then volume also. So these have led to a change in the variety of the rocks or form of the rocks. And aluminum these rocks are they may contain aluminum silicate. So bauxite deposits are formed by decomposition of a wide variety of rocks which are rich in aluminum silicate. Then aluminum is obtained because from bauxite. You can be asked as one more question, from which mineral ore aluminium is being extracted? It is from bauxite. Or you can be asked that which mineral is being found from bauxite, which is the, like, after refinement also, or what is being extracted from bauxite. So you have to write it is aluminium. So aluminium is being obtained from bauxite. Aluminium has good conductivity and great malleability, same like the copper. So it has also good conductivity as well as great malleability. You can see a raw bauxite. So it is the bauxite in raw form, and this is an aluminium piece. So here you can see after extraction from bauxite, the aluminium is the picture which is shown in the PowerPoint, or you can say in the page. You can see over here. So you got one, the raw form of the bauxite, and this is the aluminium which is being extracted from bauxite. So bauxite deposits in our country, it is found mainly in Amarkantak Plateau, Michael Hills, and Plateau region of Bilaspur, Katni, which is in Chhattisgarh. That region only, near the Chota Nagpur region, are bauxite are being found in Chota Nagpur region. If we region wise, if we consider, but if we want to mention the main bauxite mines, you can find you can write down Amarkantak Plateau, Michael Hills Plateau region of Bilaspur, Katni, which is near in the Chhattisgarh area. So next we have non-metallic. So in bauxite we got that bauxite are being it is found in the wide variety. It is formed due to decomposition of wide variety of rocks which are rich in aluminium silicates. Then aluminium is being extracted from or obtained from bauxite, which is good which has good conductivity and good malleability in nature. Then we also got that bauxite deposits are found in the mainly in the Chota Nagpur region, which include Amarkantak Plateau, Michael Hills, and Plateau region of Bilaspur, Katni. Then we have the next one, that is non-metallic mineral. So non-metallic mineral include the mica. Mica, what are various characteristics of mica? Let us discuss. So mica is a mineral made up of a series of plates or leaves. So you can see in the picture, it is made up of series of layers and plates. You can just see these are series of thin plates, or we can say leaves or layers. So that is only the characteristics, one of the important characteristics of mica, that it is made up of series of numbers of plates or leaves. It can be clear, black, green, red, yellow, or brown. But here you can see it is quite kind of brown or yellowish color, but it can be green also, it can be black also, it can be red also, it can be clear color also. And it can be, these mica sheets can be easily broken because these are thin sheets or thin plates or series of thin plates or leaves. That's why it can be easily broken. Then mica is the most indispensable mineral. It is one of the important, indispensable means important mineral used in electric and electronic industries. Even mica is also important in electric and electronic industries. They require mica. So you can see the picture. And then another characteristics is that it has excellent dielectric strength. So it provides dielectric strength and low power loss factor. And it is also used in electronics or electronic industries because it has the capacity to control power or to have the low power loss factor it has contained, and that's why it is being used in electronic industry. You can see in the uh, first page only, that is electronic industries and electric, it is being used. So it is because of its dielectric strength and low power loss factor, and also it has insulating properties. It has mica also has insulating properties and resistance. It has resistance to high voltage. So you can be asked, why is mica important for electronic industries? You have to give this answer, that as because mica has excellent dielectric strength, it has low power loss factor, then mica also is good insulate, has also good insulating power properties, and it is also resistance to high voltage, and that's the reason that mica is required in electronic and electronic industries. Then mica deposits are found in the country are basically in the edge of Chota Nagpur plateau. So it is also found near to the Chota Nagpur plateau only. Edge means towards the outer part of the Chota Nagpur region. Then we have the last, I mean the mineral, that is a rock mineral, which is limestone. So limestone is found in rocks composed of calcium carbonate or calcium and magnesium carbonate. This limestone is one of the mineral which contain only one mineral actually. It is found in one type of rock, single type of rock only it is found in. It is found in limestone. So limestone is in rocks composed of calcium carbonate or calcium and magnesium carbonate. So limestone, where it is found? In those type of rocks which are composed of calcium carbonate and calcium and magnesium carbonate. So limestone can be obtained from this particular type of rock which are rich in calcium carbonate, calcium and magnesium carbonate. So it is the basic raw material for cement industry. We already know where limestone is being used. So it is one of the important raw material for cement industry, and also it is essential for smelting iron or in the blast furnaces. And it is also important when iron is being required to smelt along with other mineral. Limestone is also, it is a rock mineral, it is also important for smelting of the iron. Okay, so its uses or its importance is that it is one of the important raw material in cement industry. Beside that, it is also important like or essential mineral for smelting iron ore in blast furnace. So you can see a picture of limestone. Okay, so this is all about which we have to discuss about some of the important minerals. So in today's period we discussed about copper, then we discussed about bauxite, we discussed about the mica and limestone. Okay, so mica, which is found in a series of thin layers or leaves or sheets we can found, and they are easily breakable or fragile in nature. And then they can have different colors, it can be black, green, red, yellow, etc. And mica is also one of the important mineral which is used in electric and electronic industries because they have excellent dielectric strength, low power loss factor, insulating properties and resistance to high voltage, and that's why they are very important to electric and electronic industries. Then it is found in the northern edge of the Chota Nagpur region. Then limestone, which is found in the rocks which are composed of calcium carbonates, magnesium carbonates and calcium, and it is one of the important raw material for cement industry, and also it is important for smelting of iron. So that's all for today. Please note down the points related to each and every mineral, and that's all for today. Thank you so much.